Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So this is our third video talking about X4 and multiplayer, and finally, we have more proof that it exists. But before I go to more proof that a real multiplayer system seems to exist, I'm going to show you more on the venture mode, we called it, or venture missions. So it looks like later on you're supposed to, or can, do a research, which allows you to construct experimental modules to send chips to parallel universes. Requires you to sign in online features, and this has been nice data farmed by somebody named Carmaster. So I want to give him credit on all this. And if we look here, you can see the experimental features. Now, he had enabled them in the modded and stuff like that, but when you loaded the game, it kind of blew up and things like that. Of course, it's not ready for that, but he did play around with them. So you can see the different modules here. Here's a SM venture, so this would be the small or medium ship venture, and I guess this is the large and XL ship venture, where you would, I guess, send those ships through, or they would go through them, sort of like a gate, and you can kind of look at the things here. I guess these might be the gates, I'm not quite sure. And then if we go here, you can actually see here, venture platform, no ships docked, so I guess you would dock them to select the ships you want. Ships in the selected branch, available ventures in parallel universe. So parallel universe, all of our universes look the same, but they might be different, right? Because, well, maybe your Argon Prime has been taken over where my Argon Prime hasn't, things like that. But it's a parallel universe with everything is similar. And it shows your reward, which I have a theory that's what the whole skin system is and stuff like that. Now, this is where things get interesting. Hello. So in the game options, there looks to be some hidden information here that was removed, of course, which is multiplayer. And this wasn't added. He didn't actually add multiplayer in, or he didn't add these context menus. They were already in there. And you can see multiplayer, start game, connect to a running game. And you have connect IP. Now, this is the only information he has shared with us so far, but there was a bit more information here. Void connect to multiplayer game, constant character, server IP. Bull is network engine enabled. New multiplayer game, module name, difficulty, etc. Quarry game server void. So this is very, very, very interesting. Either they added multiplayer and they gave up, or they are playing with multiplayer in a testing phase kind of thing and are considering adding it, or it's just, who knows. They even joked a long time ago about multiplayer, but unfortunately there was a lot of people out there who backlashed against it. And sadly, I think that was a bad thing on us as the people, because it sounds like Egosoft wanted to bring sort of a multiplayer. I mean, they're not looking to make an MMO here. They're not looking to bring Star Citizen or some weird-ass shit to the game, but rather they're trying to bring, it seems like, you can join a friend and you guys can share the adventure together. Not, go crazy out, FPS shooter, kill each other, PvP kind of, game. It's still a sandbox game. You guys just get to join and enjoy it together. But this is crazy. This is further than I ever thought when it came to the start of this. When we were talking about the multiplayer, I didn't think they went this far, but it was kind of weird because the chat window I tried to explain for the venture missions. I thought, well, maybe when you send somebody over to the venture mission, maybe like you could chat to that person while it's happening. It did seem like a bit of an iffy long stretch there, and it would have to require constant connection, where kind of I felt like that wasn't right, because it sounded like more like the venture missions where you send your data to the Egosoft server and it just throws your ship off to a random other universe, and then it'll tell you if it completed or not. Maybe you earn a skin or something. So I really don't know what Egosoft has planned. I don't know how much net coding is actually in the game as well, because the engine could be well net coded. There might be nothing to link the net coding together, so it might not work out at all. I really have no clue. I don't even know how the scripting works, say, multiplayer to non-multiplayer, because people haven't pulled out multiplayer type scripts left and right. So I'm wondering if, they could have, the packet stuff for, hey, your ship shoots a weapon, there's the packet and it shows it. But when the scripts are slightly different, or I don't quite know how that works on the scripting side of things, on the syncing. But either way, I'm kind of interested. I'm gonna follow up on this over time, but it does look like multiplayer was or might be a thing in X4 Foundations, and I think that is insane. I'm a little personally hyped. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. I had a theory that something was up. I made a video on it, and now, 3 days later, or 4 days later, 3 days later, here I'm telling you that multiplayer was definitely a thing. I just don't know if it's going to be a thing or it was a thing. But anyways, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.